So then, tube users, what's my favourite lens, I hear you ask? Well, it's got to be out of two. I'll show you one, and one I'm currently using. Both pancake lenses, means they're quite small. One's for the mobile, mirrorless versions of the Canon, so the M series, and that's the what is it? It's the 22mm. I've got it on here. Why don't I read it first? That'd be better, wouldn't it? Canon EOS M, obviously, hence it was fit on a mirrorless camera. 22mm STM, so that means it's got a what's called a stepper motor. So generally, this one is very quiet. I don't hear this. If you record using your mic on your M100 and not external like I do sometimes, you will hear this. You will not hear this come through on your audio. I've tested this. This is ultra quiet. You can barely even hear it if you put your ear to it. But I'm not really bothered about that because I do external sound anyway, apart from now. But yeah, this pancake lens, you know, it fits straight onto the mirrorless camera. EOS M, EM 50, 60, you know, those ranges of cameras. Yeah, I mean, it's metal construction, so it's solid. It's quite light. It's easy to travel around with, and obviously, you know, I think the lowest this goes is 2.8 aperture, I think. So it does in low light situations very well. And when you're out and about, if you've got an M100 or a really slim bodied camera, and use these lenses, these are brilliant. These pancake lenses, these are so discreet. You know, if you're worried about people, sort of videoing you, and you've got this massive, great bloody, 50mm massive with a hood and a lens, and the X-ray doodles and the sun capture, all that rubbish, professional stuff. It's going to be a bit noticeable if you're just doing general sort of street photography. And if you've got those sort of big massive cameras like that, then I generally go around and say beforehand, I'm just going to be taking shots of buildings around and people moving, do you mind? And they generally don't care. But if you randomly just go in with a camera, imagine you've got like a massive like DSLR or something and a massive great bloody lens on the end of it, you're going to be like, oh, you take pictures of your kids, all that sort of stuff. People can be a bit weary. I mean, I would be with my kids, just because of this day and age. But anyway, yes, this is definitely my mostly used lens because it's discreet, it's small, it's handy to take with you, it's handy to leave on the camera if you don't sort of put it away, put it in your camera bag, whichever. I love this a lot. Very good picture quality on this. The glass quality is very good. My second favourite is the one I'm currently using at the moment. It's been featured before in on other YouTubers and other websites. It's the EFS. It says S. It's a EF type mount, 24mm, and it's also STM, so it has a servo meter. It is quiet, but it does pick up on the audio, and it can be quite noisy. So if you're using this camera for vlogging outside or whichever, you may not hear it, but it's one of those things. If you know it's there, you're going to hear it. But when you're doing your sort of post-production editing and stuff, you could just smooth it out, I suppose. But it's not that bad. But yeah, I mean, this lens is the quality of the glass as well is bloody brilliant. This one, as I say, the 22mm, the small focal ranges. Well, I say small lens ranges, but they're quite big shots. Got quite a good area. And this is an APC, APS-C type CMOS in the chip in this camera. And I think the pancake lens without the adapter is a perfect fit for this camera, because it's utilised with the size of the die on the chip on the camera. Whereas this one, where it uses the adapter, I think it does kind of crop the image a little bit, and it does have a bit of sort of vignette around like the sides of the image. But other than that, I mean, crystal clear, like bloody perfect bloody visuals. Especially at low light, I love them. I use this more for face-to-face face tracking stuff, and I use the 22mm more for, say, when you're out and about. Really, it's easy just to either leave on your camera or pick it up, stick it on, and away you go. Third lens, I've got the kit lens that came with this camera, 15 to what was that one? It's not that one. It's the 15 to 45. Now this is the kit lens that came with this camera. You can get it bundled with it. To be honest with you, I've not found anything wrong with this lens whatsoever. I've used it. I mean, this is the first lens I had with this camera. Then I bought these other lenses after. So this was my only lens I had when I bought this camera. And do you know what? There's nothing wrong with it at all, apart from when you come to use it. If you see something like you've got your camera with you, say, and you see something, you take a picture of there and then. The problem with this camera is you've got a little latch here that so I can't focus, I've got face tracking. There's a little latch you have to pull before you actually start using the camera, so it kind of unlocks the lens. Now I don't know why you have to do that, but for a quick point and shoot, this is not probably a good idea, because you're going to miss whatever it is you're going to be looking at. If it's something spontaneous, like a bird flies out of the water suddenly and there's a nice background and you go, oh crap, and you've got this lens on, sit there fiddling and finally click it, because I've still not got used to it. When I come to use this camera, I still fiddle like now, undoing the bloody thing for use. So, bit of a pain in the arse, but lens quality wise, it is plastic, which is not a problem. It's a zoom lens, not a prime one, and the quality is, again, perfect. But definitely winner. I would say the one I'm using, 24mm, or this one. I'll say this one probably more, because it's specific for the mirrorless EOS M type lens. It's a pancake, so it's tiny. Look at that. And the quality of the glass on this, people have rated to say this is the glass quality is very, very good. There's no settings to do on this one, it's all automatic. So you've got the focus ring. So I'm not used to this face tracking thing. Got the focus ring, the manual focus, and it's a tiny little lens. Look at that. But as I say, I love it. And it depends on what you're photographing. I mean, I do mostly video, so having sort of a 22mm area like now, this is 24mm focal range, is absolutely fine if you're in front of it talking to YouTube. But if I'm actually filming on the bench, I would generally go to that one, because you've got the zoom. So if you want to look at a component, something's blown, you can zoom straight in and no worries whatsoever. The Nifty 50 I did buy, and the cheaper Yongul, I can't pronounce the name of it. I've not really got to use this. I really haven't. I've taken a couple of pictures at work, some of the flowers, roses and all that sort of stuff. Image quality is really good, but I don't know. I've not really found a use, not for videoing, because it's 50mm and it's the image area you've got to play with is so small. When you're doing sort of bench stuff, it's probably not worth for this. Like if you're doing like close-up shots like now, or photography, and you're doing portrait stuff, 50mm, not that great. But if you're doing, again, like street photography is fine. It's quite good. If you're quite a distance from the actual subject, this is alright. But if you're doing sort of close-ups or, you know, close proximity, not so much. So I was just looking at my counter on my camera then, because I've got 10 minutes limit, 60 frames. It just went over 10, but I'm shooting in 30 frames. But I couldn't remember, so that's why I looked. Anyhow, so that's my lens review, you know, best lens and all that stuff. So I'll leave you to that, and I'm getting used to the face tracking technology, which I say is very good on this camera. To the point, you know, when you play back the footage, it is a bit juddery, but that's just me being over, you know, a bit OCD. But if you're out and about and you're moving, you've got image stabilisation. If you're walking about sort of doing, you know, sort of vlogging or sort of selfies, it's absolutely fine. But like now, if I do this, you see, I can see myself shuddering on this, my viewing screen behind on my monitor, and it's annoying for me, but it's absolutely fine, no one knows. So thank you guys, speak to you guys next time. Tube users, please comment, link, subscribe, and watch my other videos as well. They're pretty good. Be a Patreon. Give me some money, I need some money. I will be putting a PayPal account up soon if you want to donate anything at all, maybe 10p, 20p, whatever you like. So that'll be coming very soon. I'll add it to my website and I'll create a video and stick it on Facebook and stuff. So see you guys later. Bye for now.